Hey iRacers, welcome back to HotLaps, episode 17 at Dover International Speedway. Dover is a track that has a lot of unique characteristics that make it quite a challenge to get around. Since we no longer go to Bristol, it's probably the most unique track that we have on the schedule. I'm going to talk about a few of those unique characteristics and run a hot lap here in a second.
This track is really fast. We enter turn 1 at over 180 miles per hour, drift up just a little bit in the center. We want our left side tires to get right next to that black asphalt. The straightaways don't really last too long at all here. Same thing for 3 and 4, and don't be afraid to try to get as close as you can to that wall locking turn.
This track is a blast to go around. There's a lot of different lines you can take around this track, but for the most part, you'll see everybody diamond the turns to some extent. If you try to hold the bottom all the way around the turn, you won't get off the corner quite as good. You have to drift up a little bit in the center in order to get a good straight angle off the turn. One of the biggest challenges about Dover is drive off the corner. Getting those rear tires to hook up and have grip off the turn is one of the most difficult aspects of this track. You make all your speed coming off the turns. It really doesn't matter if you can carry more speed through the center. If you're gaining on people off the turn, you're probably taking better care of your tires and setting faster lap times. You'll see a lot of drivers faster through different parts of the turns tonight. That makes it a little awkward when you're trying to complete a pass on somebody. That's why a car that can come off the turns well is more important than a car that can get through the center well. Dover isn't really known for side-by-side racing and iRacing. That driver on the bottom holds a lot of responsibility. It really requires a lot of give and take in order to even get through a lap of running side-by-side. You spend so much time in the corners here, you really feel mentally drained after a race here. Another huge challenge about this track is restart. You always see issues on restarts where the front stretch is completely straight, like Phoenix, Dover, Pocono, and Homestead. But Dover seems to be especially bad. Trying to restart the race on older tires is a real handful. You definitely can't just mash down the throttle, you'll simply lose control. Another big challenge that this track presents is wreck avoidance. When a car spins off the turn, it's essentially a guarantee that he's going to hit the inside wall and come back up in front of traffic. Last week, Kansas was a really difficult track for us. One of those accidents did take out our points leader, Ray Alfalla, and it severely damaged his points lead. Ray holds a 27-point lead over Tyler Hudson, who has been on a serious roll as of late. In order for Ray to have a comfortable lead going into Homestead, he's going to have to run a great race tonight. Alright guys and girls, that's all I've got for Dover. Next week, we'll be going to Homestead for our last race of the season. Once again, I gotta thank you guys so much for tuning in. Tim Terry's going to have the call on PSR TV. Be sure to stay tuned in until the very end because you never know how this points battle is going to shape out at the end of the day. It could make for a very exciting race at Homestead in a couple weeks.